Sometimes, rather than finding the sum or average of values in a range of cells, you'll just want to know how many cells in that range contain a number, any value at all, or are blank. Excel has a number of functions that count the number of cells in a range that contain a particular type of data. My sample file is the counting workbook, and you can find it in the Chapter 2 folder of your exercise files collection. This workbook contains a single worksheet, and on it I have a number of cities where my company has hotels and the complaint rates for hotels in those cities. My table contains a number of different types of values. I have numerical values for Portland, Seattle, and Chicago, and San Francisco, New York, and Atlanta. I have not available, or N/A, for Nashville and Los Angeles, and I have no value at all for Phoenix. So let's say that I want to count the number of cells that contain numbers. Out of the 9, it looks like there should be 6. So in cell B11, I will type an equal sign to start creating my formula, and then I will type count. COUNT, then a left parentheses, and I want to select the range, B2 through B10. Now I'm counting numerical values, then I'll type a right parentheses, press enter, and I get 6, which is the value I expected. If I want to count cells that contain any value, then I would use the COUNTA function. Rather than create a new formula, I will just edit the one I currently have because I'm just making a change to the function name. I'll double-click cell B11, and then click between the T and the left parentheses, and type the letter A. So I have count A. And again, that counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. I'll press enter, and I get 8. Those are the 6 numbers that I had before, and then the extra 2 with NA. Even though they're not numbers, they do contain something. So I will double-click cell B11, and then instead of count A, I'll backspace over the A and type blank. So I have now count blank, press enter, and I get 1. And that corresponds to cell B7. These 3 variations on the count function help you discover the number of cells in a given range that contain particular types of values. There are 2 other count functions, COUNTIF and COUNTIFs, that summarize or count cells conditionally. I'll describe those elsewhere in this course.